333. R.I.P.P. Don P. PhD. Yo. I said, R.I.P. TV. Tell a homie. Mob Deep Mondays, that's everyday, thoughty. It's all for the community. That's what P showed me. We lost without the unity. Where the fuck is the OGs? R.I.P.P. God bless the real. Only for the righteous. The rest will go to hell. Flipping through the book of Revelation. Figure it out. Transliterate the translation. Do it yourself. It's the last days. Life is a test and we in a cage. Concrete jungle. Everyday struggle. Fuck the pain. I'm on some HNIC shit. Hegelian 3 shit. If you don't know what I mean, you was never G. Real shit. R.I.P. Yo, P, play that beat back, 333. Burn some weed, repeat that. Shake me up a tuka pack, break me off a 20 piece. I'm gone, never looking back. Yeah, I can't talk to me. R.I.P. TV, tell a homie. Mob Deep Mondays, that's everyday, thoughty. It's all for the community. That's what P showed me. We lost without the unity. Where the fuck is the OGs? Like the weed, play some IMD for me. It's hell on earth for real, but y'all don't wanna see paper trail politics. All the shit was prophecy, strictly for the family. Peace to the prodigy. R.I.P.P. I sleep when it's time for me. Dope dreams, bring the skizzy, pour the Hennessy. Searching for some inner peace, couple hundred G's. Deadly weapons and some weed just for you and me. R.I.P.P. I sleep when it's time for me. Dope dreams, bring the skizzy, pour the Hennessy. Searching for some inner peace, couple hundred G's. Deadly weapons and some weed just for you and me. Yo.
This is not supposed to be pop.
But it's gonna be. What up? What up? What up? What's up? Yeah, I'm a little bit late. I was playing golf. Sue me. Well, I mean, don't. You're not gonna win a whole lot if you do. But what up, everybody? Anybody who's here? I don't even know what's going on at this moment in time. And there's nobody here. I'm doing this by myself. Fucking awesome. Good times, YouTube. Thank you for letting everybody know that I am active and live right now. Fucking great. YouTube, you are the worst. I guess I will roll the fuck up while I wait. I got an active lighter here somewhere. I should probably like play some music or something. That's what we're here for, right? I don't want to hear none of that shit. I guess I can play this one. Word. Yo, what up? What's up? It is Beat Boutique. And, yeah, I mean, you're you, and together we make the 333. So, send me what you're working on. Let's see what you got. Usually I spend the first 33 minutes playing things I'm working on. I'm not really working on that beat. I've been working on 333 merchandise, and I don't really have that much shit to play for you today. But there is one thing I've been working on. I might as well play until somebody gives me something to do. And if you have not heard this last beat, the Billy Lines and myself are putting together, Lord have mercy. Sit back and listen to the testimony, because this shit is fucking amazing. Yeah, Manny Capone, what up, homie? What up? Yeah, that is the latest out of 333. Productions, Billy Lines, and myself getting busy on this one. I got some work to do on that one still. I got a couple things I need to add. A couple more sounds to tweak, some automation to write, and then that one will be ready. What I am doing is I am prepping a beat package to send out to rappers. So it will just be coming from the 333. It's anything that you guys have sent me, or especially from the beat battles, because that's usually when everybody's strongest submissions come in. Joe Black, what up, homie? So yes, I am prepping a folder to send out, but I need at least 33 solidified yeses before I even attempt doing something like that. Cause I'll be goddamned if I only send out a couple. That's not what we're about. I know how this game works. So, with it in mind for all of you, keep making heat, because you never know what I might be able to help make happen with it. And that's what I'm all about. Connecting you guys with other people that I fuck with, getting those people to make music together, maybe make some money out of it. Some doors will open. You know, all the dope shit about the industry. You get to do some shows, videos, all the fun stuff. So, keep working hard. You know, I don't know, is this what we're doing today? Is this going to be me playing some things? It might be, I don't fucking know. I was playing golf today, and I got back late, which is why we didn't start until 10. And since I was on the golf course all day, it's not like I prepped for any of this or what we're doing right now. So, what up? What up? What the fuck has been up, everybody? I feel active. I think the strain that I'm smoking on right now is Gushers. I believe so. Here's the funny thing about playing golf. I haven't played golf since mid-October. So we're getting almost 6 months, right? Making sure that I got weed for the day, because I smoke 3 or 4 blunts during a round. And I find this in my bag. The funny thing is, this is from the last time I played golf, clearly. I have no idea what this strain is. We're about to find out, though. I'll tell you that much. I will tell you that motherfucker much. Well, what the fuck? We ain't doing nothing. Nobody sent me nothing. Nobody's here. YouTube doesn't like to show anybody that I'm going live anymore. So, let me just play some more beats. I'm just gonna play shit. Fuck it. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it.
I have made a significant find in the Kandarian rune, a volume of ancient Sumerian burial practices and funerary incantation. It is entitled Naturon de Monto, translated Book of the Dead. of Ancient Sumerian Burial Practices and Funerary Incantation. It is entitled Naturan de Manto, translated Book of the Dead. Book of the Dead. Book of the Dead.
No matter what the people say.
Book of the Dead.
Word. Thanks, Joe Black. Billy Lines, you are disgusted if you're watching or listening. TVR, man. Stay healthy. Ki Jong, Jong. Ki Jong will help your back. I had a herniated disc, and that's what I ended up doing to fix myself. It is like yoga for your ligaments and whatnot. So, and then lots of back pain medicine, homie. But yo, you need anything, reach out, homie. I'll see if I can help in any way possible. Healing tones, definitely. Meditation bowls, sound therapy, infrared light therapy, all these things will help you out, homie. All right, what else did I want to... Oh, there's some other things I want to play. So, some other things I wanted to play that I'm working on. this one. Meditation, homie. And like I said, any way I can help out, man. As soon as you get back to making beats and getting busy, let me know. I'll send you a drum pack to keep you and a loop pack to keep you busy. On me, G's. Samuel LeBlanc, I got you, son. Let me play. Just trying to check the things that I've been working on. After all, this is what I do for the first 33 minutes of it, is play the things I've been working on, right?
They were dope smugglers. The hull is filled with waterproof sacks of narcotics.
That's dope. That's dope that you could say, "Yo, I hear shit from that." That's fucking cool as fuck, homie. All right, let me see anybody. There we go. All right, well, it's 3:33 somewhere it was, so let's get it in. Manny Capone, a man of many names. Welcome to today's Thunderdome. Nice switch up. All right. So, your drum mixing is pretty fucking dope on this one. Everything's hitting. It's all pretty well balanced. Good job. I can hear the growth. So, that's the type of things that I want to hear on everything from you moving forward. So, if you need to reference something, just kind of reference yourself, because this one's pretty fucking solid, dude. As for the piano in the back and whatnot, I would bring that up, but maybe where you placed it is intentional, so I'm not going to prejudge on that one, because with the style of music you make and the influence you have, a lot of people do that, put something really in the back on purpose. And then the switch up at the end, pretty fucking dope, man. It's a good one. This was good. I can hear the growth and the things that you are creating, and that is the most important part. Even for myself, I'm 20 years into the game and 40 fucking years old, and I want to hear myself getting better. Was I not supposed to play that one? Did I play the wrong fucking one? Oh, that one was just a snippet. Anyway, yeah, your drum mixing is pretty good on that one, dude. So continue to improve. Things are, I feel like maybe you're learning. And if you're learning from me, from the things that I've been saying, then that makes me feel really fucking dope. And it makes all of this worth it, because them drums are hitting. Drums are hitting. And, you know, we talk about it all the time. Drums gotta hit, man. It's undeniable. If the drums are really hitting, but not like distorted and gross unless it's supposed to be, but if they're really solidly hitting, like thumping, and you can feel it, there's no denying it. The rest of it doesn't even fucking matter. It doesn't even matter what you do after that. People are going to like it. So, well done, G's. Yeah. Good drop. Hold on, I want to go back. It's not going to let me. I want to hear something again. That's what I thought. The pacing on this one's really good, dude. It especially after the drop, when the natural pace picked back up into where it was already set at, it made me feel like I was hurrying a little bit, like I was Link running in the old school 8-bit, 16-bit Nintendo Link. Good, very good pacing. So, I guess the thing that I would kind of push for today's lesson is, even once you're done mixing, even you should probably start mastering your own stuff. And even if that's just bringing the 2-track, the mixed song into your workstation or whatever, and then referencing against something that's already been mastered just to see where the level is at, so you can kind of push it, because people mix very fucking loud these days. I know I don't. So if you guys are, being influenced by me, awesome, because that's fucking dope. But I don't push things that hard. It's more polished and smooth. P didn't mind, and the other, the other things I do, people don't mind. But if you're trying to get rappers on your stuff, it's gonna have to thump a little bit. You don't want, this used to happen, even because my rough mixes are always so quiet, because I never wanted anybody to use that shit as the mix, so I intentionally would make it quiet. And it was such a habit that even when I started working with P, and I knew he wasn't going to put that out, I would do it to him. The rough mixes would always be so quiet. So we'd be listening to songs, and then it would get to a song that we just did, and the volume would be so much lower. He wouldn't want to listen to it, and sometimes that happens when you're going through beats. So if I say I'm taking 33 beats, and I'm going to send it to some rappers, which I am currently amassing things that we all do, and seeing what I can put together, there are going to be some beats that I might reach out to whoever made it and tell them to make it louder, because I don't feel like mastering everybody's beats to make sure they're all kind of in the same range, so when the rappers are going through them, they aren't, it's not still dynamically and sonically so different, because it is annoying. And I have been through a million beat listening sessions, and it is annoying. And if you as a rapper know, or as an artist know that, well, I've got 200 fucking beats to go through, you're going to skip through the ones that don't catch you because they're really quiet. Really, like, it's going to hit next real fast. Yeah, Sam, I do too, because I never want to push things, and that's what mastering engineers are for. But just bring it back into your mix back in, and then just master your own thing instead of trying to push the beat mix. Because you have to understand, if you're trying to push the beat mix total to make it dynamically huge, that's all of your processing, that's all of the sounds all together stacked on top of each other. And you have to understand, with sound, things don't double mathematically. It is a compounded addition. It will keep getting louder by 1.6183%. It's the golden ratio. That's just how sound works. So it's a little bit over a half. It's like 1.6 each time added on to your doubling. So just bring your 2-track back in its own mastering session, and just, compress, EQ it a little bit, and then push that, and then see if whatever I don't know what you're using, but whatever it is, see if it can handle it then, because I bet you it will. I learned that whenever I would executive producing an album, I would take all of my mixes that I did and bring them back in, because I wanted to figure out the track listing and whatnot. And I also wanted to figure out where to put what skits and see if I need to add tails. But, just all the other shit once the music is done. And within my own album, the dynamic mixes would be up and down a little bit. So then I would go in and just push them a little bit on my own. And you can push a 2-track by itself within your DAW way harder than you can push a tracked out beat that you are actively mixing, that is taking the computer a lot of its processing power to complete. And also, I'm telling you, all those reverb sends, every single thing that you push up adds exponentially to the totality of the sound. So I hope that fucking makes sense. I don't fucking know if it does. right, before I get this thought in my brain escapes me, and we're about to find out what was in this weed jar. So, Sam, I think I know exactly what's going on because I've been there. So, we have a tendency to, set something as the peak, the loudest, the most dynamic, whatever it is, and then kind of go off of that. And let's see, how can I explain this? What I think you should do is what I do sometimes when I'm having trouble getting something balanced properly. Is I always start with the drums, kick, snare, and then kind of build off of there, like it's just a drum set playing. Then I'll add the bass, and then just go from there and try to put everything in its place. And then I will immediately mute everything, and I will go to just the kick and the bass and see if I can get them balanced. And then I'll start adding like the instruments and stuff, and then add the rest of the drums at the end. And then I'll mute everything again. And the last run that I'll do is I'll start with just whatever the main instrument is. And I'll concentrate on that solely, making sure that that is where I want it to be. No matter where it is, it's you're creating, so you know. And then I will build around that. Put the kick in, make sure it hits properly, and then the bass. And then you just start adding things. And the kick and the bass, the snare are always going to be in the center. There's no need to have them in stereo. You're creating the phantom center out of it. So it's easier just to pan them both into the middle if you can't do mono tracks. So pan kick, snare, bass into the middle and allow them to operate this space, and then you can build around it this way. But don't be afraid to, once you made your mix and you think things are where you like them, to mute everything and reverse engineer what you just did. Start at what you ended with and build it from there. And then you'll see that once you start building it that way, that you're going to change some things, because now it feels a little different. And then do it all over again, but kind of start in the middle and build outward. So try that, because say you're starting left to right and then you reverse it and go right to left, and then you go from the middle out or whatever. Each time that you do it, your mix is going to change a little bit dynamically and kind of where you put things. And I think you'll like it, because that second or third one might have been something that you would have never even thought of creatively. And that's something that I always try to put into what I'm mixing, is being creative. It's not just about balancing. It's not just about, whatever. You're free to paint. It's yours. Create with it. It's sound. You're painting with sound. Delays and spacing and subharmonics and harmonic processors and all these things that we add on top of whatever we just created. Now you're painting with what you just created, is what I always say. So go paint, homie. Be as creative as you possibly can with your mixes. Movement and dynamic movement, and where things are placed, what the depth behind them. Have them move both physically across the mix, but also dynamically, because when you have them move dynamically, now you're creating the fourth dimension, and they're going to not just move on this plane, they will begin moving on this plane. So now you have it moving like this. So this is how you create. And Alonzo, when I was mixing a beat the other night, told me it was a compliment that I will remember. He said that my mixes are very creative. And that's dope. That's dope. He gets it. He gets what I'm doing then. See, there's like two kinds of mixing engineers, alright? Boy, this weed is dry as shit. Chronic, what up, homie? I just found some weed in my golf bag that's been in there since October, so I have no idea what it is I'm about to smoke. This should be fun. Anyway, there are two types of mixing engineers. There are those who do what the client wants, and those who do what they want to do. Alright? And I don't mean that in a negative way whatsoever. There's a very, 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 very famous mixing engineer who says that he doesn't understand when mixers say, well, like, no, this is what I do, this is my style. He's like, I do whatever the client wants me to do. He's just a really technically sound mixing engineer, extremely technically sound, and I'm not going to throw him under the bus so everybody can say I don't like his mixes or whatever. But I am on the opposite end of that. I am a creator, and I'm going to create with it. So, yeah, I can technically do what somebody wants me to do. That doesn't mean I want to. And if I don't want to do it, I'm not going to fucking do it. So I am a creator. And, you know, whenever I send the mix, if you don't like it and you want the shit changed, let's go from there. But that first one, I'm just going to see what I can come up with. I will say this. It takes much, much, much longer. Much longer to get on in the game, like to start really making money and whatnot. When you're a especially if you're young, when you're a creator, they just want things done. This is other people's art, you know. And if you're young and just starting out and whatnot, and no matter how talented you are, they're gonna be like, "Who the fuck are you? What have you worked on?" No, do what the fuck I tell you to do. I am a seasoned vet at this point, and I'll never hit that point anymore. If you're coming to me, then you're coming to me for a reason. And I'm very appreciative of that fact. But I think it might have been a much quicker path if you just show people your extraordinary skill set and excel at doing whatever it is they want you to do. I think I could have gotten quicker to the end game if I would have just done that instead of being like, when people ask me if I have auto-tune, nah, I don't do that. I don't do things like that. You're gonna have to go somewhere else. I used to do that to to people that I had no business saying that to. As a professional engineer who's making money by doing this, I had absolutely no business saying that to some of these people. They were infinitely up here, like way further up the ladder than me in the game. But this is what makes me me. So, Jerry Green, what up, homie? Yeah, well, I'm sitting here laughing at myself at the extraordinary measures I had to go through to get to where I ended up getting. And now I'm thinking back that I probably could have gotten there much, much, much quicker if I had done things a little bit different. But if I had done it that way, I can guarantee you that I would not have ended up with P. So fuck all that shit. I would have had an entirely different career, because the things that were happening to me in the beginning of my career were insane. Like the doors that popped open and like, yes, this can happen for you. We want to do this. Let's do this. You're going to do this. We're going to take you. Dude, I had a dude want to do a reality show on me. I was probably... This is before I even started working with P. So this is a long time ago. But it was... I would have been working on the music that would have made the show good. You understand? Like the sessions and things that I would have done to show a reality show about engineering and whatnot would not have been the type of music that I already make or I wanted to make. So I was just like, nah, bro, I'm good. I'm good on that. I'm good. You know, the girl I was dating at the time was not happy about that. She just wanted me to be famous. You need to be famous. Oh, man. The war stories. Manny Capone knows, otherwise he wouldn't have sent me a beat called War. Trying to figure out what strain this is that I found in my golf bag. I have no idea. I cannot tell you what it is from October. Who fucking knows? Alright, so what if you have waves and you're using waves to mix with, which is what I use. Bass Rider. Use the Bass Rider live on your bass. Because that's pretty dope, man. Sonically, you just got to get the bass under control on that one. There's parts of it that are hitting perfectly. But then it'll be like way, like too much. It's good to push it sometimes with the bass to have it like overtake everything, because then people will be like, oh shit. Yeah, I have no idea what this is. All I know that this is fucking dope because I was smoking it already. So, yeah, get the bass under control on that one. And, you cannot be afraid to automate things. Alright, so go in and write the volume automation. That's how when the faders are moving. Automate everything. I automate Ray Mora. Oh, get out of here with the Planet X. Yo, Ray Mora, send me a beat, man. I want to hear a beat. Send me something dope. Send me Planet X. What else? Romulan. What you know about the Romulan, Ray Mora? What was the other one that you used to have? And that Planet X was that shit, though, dude. The email is up in the pinned comment at the top. It's 333beatboutique@gmail. Yo, Ray, you guys, Ray Mora is... He's a rap... He's an ambidextrous rapper. Because he can rap his motherfucking ass off and he makes dope-ass beats. So, he can do both, left, right, whatever. Send me a beat, I want to hear something. Christopher, what's good, homie? Just motherfucking... smoking blunts and helping people make their music better, man. See, Christopher knows what it is, man. As soon as he popped in, there was already something in my email. I tell you what, this shit might be old, but it's really fucking good. I look like this today. Yes, I am high. What else is new? But I played golf for the first time in 6 months. I'm kind of tired. It was really fucking windy. Shit was blowing in my face all day. No, I mean I squint all the time anyway because I don't like the sun. In my eyes, I should say I don't like the sun. It's retarded. But yeah, I was out there like this. I can't play golf with sunglasses on. It's weird. So, yeah, you guys know the deal. Send me something to my email and then hit that little money button. I don't care if it's 1 cent. This is how we game YouTube's algorithm. Ray Mora, you don't have to hit the money button, homie. I want to hear something. I am actively asking you to send me something. Hey, yo, Ray Mora, you got to get in the beat contest, yo. I hold a beat contest every month. The last Thursday of every month. So, you got to jump in the beat contest because Billy Lyons is knocking people out and first within. Billy Lyons is sending people over the ropes. Yeah, I was just about to say, we've been doing this long enough, man, that drill is, well, this iteration of it is kind of new. So getting the bass controlled in a drill beat, even I would have some difficulty trying to figure it out the first couple times. But yeah, dude, your production's fire. You're fucking fire, dude. That's why I told you to send me something. So, dude, you're entering the beat contest, and there's very little rules. You need to only use one sound from the pack. You don't have to make the whole beat from the pack. I don't give a fuck. Just use one. I don't care if it's a hi-hat. And there is no submission limits. You can send me as many as you want. And this month, the winner gets a whole bunch of stuff, including, like, now that there's 333 merchandise in existence, a hoodie and drum packs and, you know, a gift card from our sponsor and some stickers and some dope shit. So, you got to get in. I guess I don't know when I'm going to announce the winner of February. I mean, everybody should probably get it. It wasn't a clear runaway though. It was a lot closer than you would think. There was 4 in the final that I really listened to a lot, and then it became 3, and then I had to pick a winner because I didn't have any guest judges because I had missed half of the month out with a master migraine, so I kind of had to rush it on the end, but I'll play it at the end of this. It won't be a big surprise. So, Chronic and Christopher, I got your emails. Dude. Christopher, you know I'm a fan of your production, dude. I tell you every time. I like your style, yo. I swear that you're actually my old friend from college, Rody, and you're just Christopher Granados is this thing, this joke you're playing on me, because your guys' production style is exactly the fucking same. The fills and the timing, the sound choices, you guys are exactly the fucking same. It blows my fucking mind. I swear to God, you guys are exactly the same. It's all the same. I don't know how you can't be him. Yeah, so Ray Mora, whatever you're working on, homie, if you want some, if there's a mix or something that you're working on, that's the whole premise of this show, is send me what you're working on and I will give you some advice on how to make it better. Yeah, Christopher, I don't, the only advice that I could give you is the same advice that I was giving everybody earlier before I think you actually chimed in, is start to master your own music, because you already have a sound and a style. So there's some individual advice that I could give you per mix, but it's more of a wholesale thing at this point, because I like what you do so much. Is everything that everyone sends me is at such different dynamic levels. I'm constantly turning things up and down, up and down, up and down. And I'm starting to understand why P always complained about that. Because it is kind of annoying. And not for the social aspect of it, but professionally, if an artist is going through a bunch of your beats, a bunch of beats at a time, and something's quiet versus everything else, they're just going to disregard it. They're not going to, too many beats to go through, they're not going to take their time to listen to it unless there's something that catches them, and they're just like, hold on. Because I used to do it. Dude, I asked the Ustream, this is way before this YouTube game, I asked the Ustream fan base to send beats to P. We got over 2,000 beats in 1 fucking hour. It was retarded. Such a huge mistake. I had to shut it off. But given the fact that there was over 2,000 beats to go through, when we finally sat down and went through them, which we did, we went through every single one of them. Dude, it's 2,000 of them. If it didn't, too quiet, next. Should have made it louder, next. Like, just being an asshole out of just the sheer magnitude of beats that we had to listen to. We weren't going to take the time to dive into each one if it wasn't. So, whenever you're done with a mix, throw it back into your workstation and then master your own work. Unless you're paying to get things mastered by someone, and then, that's a whole different story. I only recently started mastering things because I send things out so quiet. There's so much headroom and it's so polished that the mastering engineers have to do a lot of work to bring it up. And if I don't send it to the correct people, then I'm giving them too much work to do, and they inevitably just destroy the mix. Not saying that the master is not at the proper level, but in having them make up all of the headroom that's left over, they weren't able to do that without the mix opening up on its own and just being distorted. So I learned it the hard way by getting masters back and being like, what the fuck is this shit? And what happened to my mix? So I'm not saying that you have to push everything to the red line, because that's not what I'm about at all. But the lesson for today is, let's push things a little bit. Let's push the envelope a little bit and make things, just start out with your mix at the hardest you want things to go. Make sure your mix is there instead of worried about all of the headroom. Because these mastering engineers are about to lose their jobs to algorithms. So, Chronic. Alright, let's see what you got.
Yeah. Don't try to change the world will change you in the next decade. I'm trying to change my view with no genies or monkey paws, just grinding out raw. Is the money really wrong if we're all eating? Yeah. We're all eating, is it wrong? I'm off off the top, vertical so high on the fly for the photo op. And when I splash down, the crowd pop live. No post magic, this is the real deal in its prime. They throwing shade and blasphemy as if being champ is a crime. You can't reshape the image to your scene. This is streamed live to your screen, watch and see. Violence and peace, the reason to remain unseen is the same as any. Keep the element of surprise in the sheath. Catch them early while they're still turning in the sheets. Letting strikes flash, making thunder clap. Lighting everything, lighting every corner, every street, and every pair of eyes. Catch me making numbers fast. 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 Taking in them views, yeah. All day. I can splash on them any day. You could get it anyway. Pen gliding like swordsman blade. We in the greater course of things, better grade. Yeah. Told you I could splash on them any day. I can splash on them any day. You could get it anyway. Pen gliding like swordsman's blade. We in the greater course of things, better grade. I'm ready to incinerate Latino heat on beat. Say anything to swindle sides and intentions. They are prey until they're not. I'm running as the juggernaut, who not only hot on leaps and bounds. Let supper start. When you stepped in the ring, my plate was made. Hold it up, huh? The shrug and cocky trot with cool face. I'm so sweet, you salty with bitter taste. And dare the weather out, nod off and sit up with haste. His reign was short, you blink and his run is over. The gold used to mean something, now it's a waste for the owners. Tarnish and dig up, get the sucker up. Clean all the time and all the time, free for me to get clean.
Yo, the line before the last one, that was the pocket. That's why I looked. So, the line before the last one, where that one's sitting, get the rest of your vocals to sit there. So, there's a couple ways to make this happen. Your high pass filter, where you've cut everything off, try pushing it all the way up to around 92 maybe. I don't know if I'd go much farther than that. You could possibly, maybe 96. I wouldn't go above 100. And cut everything off underneath of it. And then what you're going to see is you're going to lose just a little bit of the bottom end of the vocals, and it's going to bring the total dynamics down just a bit. So then also go to around, I'm guessing on this one, somewhere around 300 to maybe 310. It's usually where clutter happens. So 310 on your vocal EQ, and cut out a little bit of it. Let's bring it down a little bit. And then you're also going to want to go to somewhere between 900 and 1200. All right, I don't know where. It's not the same for everyone. What you're listening for here is whatever your snare or clap is. That same area in the vocal range is in there, 9 to 12. So just cut it out somewhere, like a little bit, and then just sweep it, and you'll hear. And at some point when you get it right, it's going to sound like you turned the snare up, but you didn't. All you did is you just gave the snare space to breathe inside of the vocals that are there. And then go somewhere up in the upper end and push it just a little bit. And then, see where you're at, where the pocket's at. Because essentially what you want to make happen is if you close your eyes and you view the voice as like talking right in front of you, the head is speaking, or if it's like the voice, if it sounds like to you when you close your eyes, like the rapper, the artist is your subconscious speaking to you. And whatever that is, whenever they're speaking and the snare hits at the same time, it should sound like the snare is coming out of their head. the vocals will be coming at you, the snare will go out around it. The vocals are too much sonic force for the front end of that snare to be able to cut through what's coming up the middle. So you're going to have to get it to wrap around it because they're hitting at the same time. And whenever you get the balance right, it's just going to do that on its own. That's the physics of it. So you'll find that balance. You just got to play with them. And play with your compression on the snare and the lead vocals and whatnot until you get them when they hit at the same time, that you can hear them both equally at the same time with the vocals still coming out front. I promise you that it's way easier than it sounds, because you can just kind of nudge things back and forth until you get it. It's just the two things. It's not all of them. It's just those two, so it's not that hard. But you'll get it eventually, and when it happens, the physics aspect of it will occur. So you don't have to understand the physics at all. Why the snares all of a sudden is wrapping around what's coming up in front of it. Like a jet. Like it's almost like when you see the sonic boom. And it's like boom, and then there's that like thing, that cloud that goes behind the jet. That like triangle of like sonic thrust or whatever. It's kind of the same theory. So the physics aspect of it, you don't have to understand to make it happen. Just know that getting that vocal to shoot out forward and the snare to wrap around however you shape the vocal, when you do it right, it just happens on its own because it's right. So that you're just playing with math and physics. That's what I do. I've figured it out already. You can do it. And that's it. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. It's just pretty complicated theory to understand, really. It's 3:33 somewhere. Smoke this goddamn blunt. It's a pretty like loaded theory and idea to understand, but this is kind of how I have approached. I mean, it's engineering, isn't it? Engineers, it's all math and physics. I'm engineering. It's just sound that I'm engineering. It's still going to be math and physics, right? Isn't that right? It's the same goddamn thing. Just a different medium. Yeah, Ray Moore, we've known each other for a long time, man. You know I'm about this shit. You guys had to understand. I've known Ray Moore for like 10, 12 years at this point. He's known me from day one I've been about this. So I have never changed. It's all about math and physics. Yeah, Ray, man, I'm trying to, it's not for me to hold this knowledge anymore. I'm not in competition with anybody who's out there doing their thing. I just want to make everybody better. You know, I'm not in the rap game no more, homie. Like, I'm very, my time is reserved to work on the things that I want to work on. So I'm not in competition with nobody anymore, man. So the things that I know and I've learned and put into practice and theory, it's time to put it out in the universe and see who can take it to the next level. That's really what it's all about. I've taken it from here to here. Who's going to take it from here to here? Yeah, I don't want to hear. I can't tell you what to do production wise because you are off and running and you definitely have your own style. But yeah, get that one mixed. Get your mix on, homie. I want to see where you go with that one mix wise. That's my next question is what are you going to do sonically with it? Because your production, that's you. That's all you. Ray Mora, welcome back to the Thunderdome.
Lean. Money don't stay clean. Yes. Dope as you ever seen. Yeah. Watch drip on me. More money, more problems. Been mobbing since the bottom. You been watching niggas' pockets. We don't got nothing in common. No withdrawal, just deposits. Always focus on the profit. Money make them switch the topic. We don't listen to the gossip. Neck looking like a faucet. Only talking to the bosses. You don't got nothing but losses. Dead wavy, bitch, we awesome. No sheep, just horses. Wrong, we swerving different Porsches. Watch face make them nauseous. Shotty keep a nigga cautious. Paper chasing, I'm ballin'. Smoking, put them in the coffin. Flex leading in the foreign. You shaky, we solid. Got the Av on lean. Money dirty, stay clean. Dopest shit you ever seen. All lies on me. Paper chasing, I'm ballin'. Smoking, put them in the coffin. Flex leading in the foreign. You shaky, we solid. Got the Av on lean. Money dirty, stay clean. Dopest shit you ever seen. All lies on me. Chasing bands, man, I love the check. Automatic, got a love the tech. Bad bitch and I love her neck. Fly shit, make her lose her breath. Fly to it like a way game. Ops call me by my stage name. Been drippin', call me 8 chains. Wrist wear, give a lane pain. I got it under control. These niggas after my soul. Nothing that shimmers just go. Heart is blacker than coal. Put your hand in the fire, see if you get it back. Win or lose, you gotta live with that. Thousands of grams of that bingo yak. We out here. Vision clear. Let's go. Paper chasing, I'm ballin'. Smoking, put them in the coffin. Flex leading in the foreign. You shaky, we solid. Got the Av on lean. Money 30.
All right, Ray Moore. So, fire as always, dude. You're disgusting. So what you need to do is whenever you mix, take the stems from your beats and mix your vocals into the stems so that you can move things and there's so much space open. There's so much open space there that you could have played with. But since I'm just assuming this, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but it feels like that's a two-track beat that you bounced out of whatever you used to make beats and put it into Pro Tools so you can record. And now you're just mixing your vocals into your vocals just sit. You know how to you do this. You know what you're doing. But bring your stems from what I don't know. Bring your stems from what I don't know what it is you're using to produce, but bounce the stems and then put them into Pro Tools and start mixing that way. Dude, there's so much space you could use. Yeah, I've done this once or twice, homie. Yeah, there's so much open space because once those vocals are in there, it happens every single time. Say you mix the beat and you like where the snare and the hi-hats and everything are at. Yeah, Christopher, I got you. Those vocals are in there. They're going to eat up so much space. You're going to have to push those now. And when you're stuck with the 2-track, it's a little bit difficult. You really have to know what you're doing fucking with 2 tracks like that. But yeah, come on, Ray. You know, I've leaped every hurdle in the rap game there is. Technically, I think.
What's the matter, Ryan? Nothing to say. That's because you know I'm right. In your heart, you know I'm right. Yo, Big Nick. If you want respect, you gotta earn it. You damn right. You gotta be ready to go down, stand up and die for that shit like Blizzard did. If you want some juice. Blizzard ain't sticking up to nothing now. That's cause we wasn't there to back him up. If we was there, we was there to be 5 dead niggas instead of 1. You ain't saying nothing now, right, big man?
What I see today when you talk like a fucking punk, Q.
What? Yeah. Let's go. They say it's mind over matter, but what matters is your mind. You can't replicate the past, and still you press rewind. I'm running 24/7, never fall behind. Even if you think she's perfect, might still not be a dime. There's a thin line between slacking and stable. Don't sit if you ain't bringing to the table. A box in every building, we time on the cable. Get out of line. We willing and able, build rap, current affairs, you tell fables, forefront the stable, Queens NY, next thing you know, NYC statewide, I'm here to take mines, no question, I'm the answer, remember that, no question, you can't kill this with no weapon, you ain't reppin', you been a lame, I go to see you lose like Nick Games, a gangster on and off set. Ving Rhames, your lady give it to me, baby, no Rick James. I know I make it look simple, but we not the same. Don't quit your day job, fuck up and switch lanes. Yeah, that's how niggas go missing. They say it's mind over matter, but what matters is your mind. You can't replicate the past, and still you press rewind. I'm running 24/7, never fall behind. Even if you think she's perfect, might still not be a dime. I play my cards right, so it don't matter how you shuffle the deck. Keep the hype, just give me respect. Half step once, and I'm coming for your neck. No direction, it wasn't right how you got left. Asking for more, ain't got less. Ain't slowing my progress, won't compromise my conscience. I'm living my future. If I got too many cases, damn, my man to shoot you. Throw the piece while he salute you.
Alright, so the second verse is the better pocket. So, when you're in Pro Tools, homie, once you figure it out, kind of like, I don't know if you're writing automation, but if you do, once you figure out exactly where the first verse is and then you move to the second, you got to bounce back and forth to make sure that you get them hitting in the right space. And what I find a lot of the times is that I'll end up liking the pocket on the second verse more than the first verse, and I end up bringing the first verse down to the second instead of what you would think, because you loop your first verse as you mix it and whatnot, and you find that pocket where you like it, and then you go to the second verse and you do all the things you need to do. And a lot of the times, man, I want to bring the first verse down to the second. And then once you get them both in a similar area, what I'll end up doing is now I know where I can put it because now they're even. So, the other thing, I was going to say it on the first song, but I'm high and I forgot. You got to do something on your records to make the hook distinguishable from the verses. I've been telling that to a lot of artists lately, that it becomes like just one run-on verse because it's just one layer of vocals, first verse, hook, second verse, hook, and it just runs. And it's not me, homie. Then it's not you. But some of these people that listen to your music are not very smart. And I have actually sat with people who have been like, when's I don't know, when did the hook come in? Because they just couldn't tell the difference. So now you also have to think of reaching people who don't necessarily listen to rap and who would have no idea how a rap verse and hook works. Say they listen to like country, which I don't know how many bars are in a country. I think it's 8 because it's like more like R&B. R&B's 8. You know, rap it used to be 16 and then 8 and 16, 8 or whatever. Now it's kind of like 12. 12 and then 4 and then 4 and 4 and then 12 and then 4 and 4 and 4 and 4 and 4 and 4 and that's the song. 2 minutes done. But you have to think of people who might not understand rap's format and how it works. And you're going to have to be able to make sure that they also know where the difference is at. And then thirdly, the last fan base, you have to think of the people who can't speak English. But they might still think your music is dope as fuck. Because that shit happens. And now your voice is literally the instrument. So to them, you're also going to have to find a way to make the hooks distinguishable from the verses. And then the last piece of advice I've got for you, because I know you're using Pro Tools to mix. On your vocals, especially on records that there's a lot of fucking space, whenever you get to one of your breath sounds, I don't cut breath sounds out because you cut them out, it sounds stupid. Go highlight the breath sound and then go to Audio Suite and get a compressor and then just compress the breath sound down. So you'll still hear it and feel it, but it's not so big and breathy. That's one of my tricks that I never told anybody about. But like I said, I'm not in competition with anybody, and I want everybody's music to be dope. Like, who cares? But yeah, instead of cutting the vocals out, because it will sound weird, that gap, that ambient gap will be weird. Here, I got Pro Tools. I got it open over here, except it's open on this side for some reason. I can't even show you. Anyway, yeah, go highlight the breath. Yeah, that's a Joe the Engineer gem for you. Yeah, highlight the breath and then just compress it. You'll feel it. You'll feel it. You'll feel what's right. You do too much, it'll still feel like there's a gap there. If you don't do it enough, the breath will still be really loud and present. I never really liked hearing the breath so much. But they still have to be present because it's a natural thing. And it's inherent to every living, breathing species on this fucking planet, which is all of them. So go with nature. Yeah, just compress it. You'll feel it. And once you get it, dude, you know what the breaths look like. You know it. We're in the Matrix. You know what it looks like. Just go do all of them. Or you can listen to it and do it one at a time, because on some of them you're not going to need to do it. They'll already be controlled. But you want to control those breaths too. So that one is from me to you guys. Whenever I'm doing live mixing on YouTube and there's a rapper on it, you'll see me do it. You'll see me do it. So if you never understood what I was doing, that's what I'm doing. If the artist can't do breath control, then I'll do it. We don't eliminate, we control. I'll do it. Because the key is to make it seem like that was natural and just really well done. You, as a mixing engineer, should not exist. If you have done your job properly at the first stages to do it properly, there should be no one, they shouldn't even have noticed you were there. Everyone's just like, oh wow, this is a great song. Everything's perfect, nothing's wrong. That's the first stage, nothing wrong. If you want people to be like, wow, this mix is fucking awesome, that's the next stage. And there's one stage after that. And I was able to achieve the third stage on Hegelian, is whenever you play something and somebody says, who the fuck mixed this? And not in that way. Not like, oh, who did this? that's, you haven't even reached stage 1 if that's what they're saying. If they are literally asking who in the hell did this, because it's an achievement. They're just like, how, who? That's when you reached. That's when you definitely reach the mountaintop. So, yeah, control those breaths. Zoltan. What's up, homie? I am looking forward to hearing what your production style is like. Alright, dude. I expect nothing from Germany to not be well engineered. Favorite microphones come from Germany. My favorite cars come from Germany. So, yeah, dude, well done, very well balanced. So, yeah, just I love Europe's boom bap approach. The hail back to the rap boom bap. Yeah, dude, well done, well done. I don't know what to tell you. You know, make things louder. Make sure those drums snap and hit. That's what we're all about in 2021, is making sure the drums hit properly. That's the whole I've been pushing it this whole year so far, to get those drums to hit. Even when I listen to some of the beats that I've mixed, I have to go back and make sure those drums are properly hitting. Because if we're going to compete with the styles of music that you don't particularly make, but you're competing in the same arena, you're going to have to do some of the things that they do. So those drums are going to have to hit harder. That way you don't necessarily have to change your whole production style into whatever's hot at the time. You can still do you, but if the drums hitting properly and big, that's across any genre and era. You know what I find weird about the whole drill scene right now is they're going like 4-6 bars without a kick or the bait, like no drums hitting at all constantly. It's just whatever the bass is and then one sound behind it and the rapper just rapping. There is no beat to be offbeat. But yeah, Zoltan, we're competing against the whole world now. The whole world, Craig. World top flight security of the whole world. Ray Moore, I think we might be the only ones old enough to even get that. But we're competing against the whole world now. There's instant access to whatever you put out. So I never really listened to anybody else. I just always listen to what I'm working on and do me. But when I do hear other things, if it's things that I'd like, I'm taking it away from them. I'm going to learn something from it. Like, oh man, I kind of like it's okay to push the drums harder, make the bass hit a little bit harder or whatnot. But yeah, get the drums snapping. There are ways to make this happen. That's a bar. That was a terrible one. So watch my live mixing, beat mixing episodes and you'll see I don't talk whenever I'm doing live mixing. I'm not doing tutorials and instructional videos. I don't do that yet. But I just work and you can see exactly what I'm doing. So just watch them. You'll get it. Make them snap. So Ray Mora, now that you're in here, I want to play you some things I've been working on, yo. I played them already earlier, but I'm going to smoke this blunt and play these. Billy Lines has got me making beats again, homie. It's been like a decade since I've been making beats, but he's got me back getting busy. So he is doing what he does, and then I kind of take it across the finish line. So it's been a very fruitful dynamic duo at this point. But let me play a couple things and see what you think. Still got some work to do on that one. Still got some work to do. Let me play this one. We did finish. Yeah, Chronic, that one's fucking nuts. When he sent me that one, I was like, oh, yes. I'm getting to work immediately on that one. Yeah, Easy Eye. That one was intense. I will agree with you. Mixing that one, that was an experience that night. That was a 3-hour journey that we went on. For real.
I have made a significant find in the Kandarian rune, a volume of ancient Sumerian burial practices and funerary incantation. It is entitled Naturon de Monto, translated Book of the Dead.
So Christopher, I know I gotta play one more from you because I said I would. Come on. Dude, you're dope. This is the type of music I listened to when I was going to college, walking from my apartment to the Art Institute, so I could go teach myself how to mix records, or at least attempt it. And then once I met Michael, it was, let's go teach myself how he does what he just showed me. Because I wasn't about to ask him. I was a busy individual. You don't ask them. Their time is very important. You absorb what you can by being there. That's the gift. It's yours to do what you want. So I absorbed everything I could, and I have a photographic memory, and so it was perfect for me to just watch and take it all in, and then just instantly apply. So, yeah, dude, you're dope. The hi-hat and the open hat, let's move them. All the drums are right up the middle. If it's if that's a break that you have in there, if it's not a difficult one to recreate on your own, so I would just replay the drum groove yourself, and then you can move the hats out here, move them to like 40 and 40 or 50 and 50, because all the drums are stacked right up the middle, and everything else is so well placed around it. Let's just move them out here a little bit. And now when you move them out, it's going to sound like you bumped them up a little bit. Don't worry about it. Just pull the volume back a little bit. But yeah, just move them out. Other than that, dude, it's nice. It's clean. It's polished. And, you know, there's so much space on it. Artists are going to like that. Even the listener is going to like it because you give the listener space to create their own voice in it. So P always, if there was a beat, even if he liked it and there was no space for him, just no room for the rapper, he'd be like, man, this is dope as shit, but there's no room for me on it. Next. And it's very hard to overcome that. Beat Butcher's beats were so dope that we were able to overcome that. They're so full. He's a butcher, dude. It's the steaks are that thick. And you're able to overcome that once they send you the stems. Then you have all the space to work with. But even if you're making music that is like down tempo or trip hop or something or whatever, and there's not going to be an artist on there, it's still important to kind of leave a space for the mind of the listener to create. Because if they're free to create, like Easy Eye said she was writing when that one beat was playing, or when we were doing the mix session or whatever, that means they're going to listen to it over and over and over again. If their mind is, if there's always a space for them to create. So it's good that it's open like that. It's good. I'm giving you a compliment. And that's what this blunt made me think. That, you know, it's good to leave the mind space also. So this is definitely the next beat that I am mixing. So, yeah, Billy Lyons and myself are about to get it again.
Guess what time it is, friends and neighbors? It's time we get out of this dumb nigga.
I am going to destroy that one. I promise you. I am looking forward. I've been in a mixing groove lately. I've caught a nice little groove. My ears are in a good spot right now. So I've been pretty happy with the things that I've been doing sonically. And even the things that I'm unhappy about, there's very few things that I need to fix. So that's good. And I am going to... I'm going to slaughter that one. I'm looking forward to it. I might do it tonight. I don't know. It's already 12:16. I have no idea. I want to, but I may only begin it tonight. I don't know. So, I don't really have anything else I've been working on that I can play you. I know. Are you guys excited about the Fox and Boldy James on an Alchemist beat? I don't know if you've seen the post, but it will be out in 4 days. Nice. So, yeah, 4 days from now, the Fox with Boldy James and Alchemist. It's dope. I've been listening to this record for like months already, so it's exciting to see how you guys react. To what she's putting out, because I think it's funny to see my reaction when she sends me stuff that she's making, because I'm just like, what? Whoa. Yes, do more of this. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of me saying, yes, do more of this, keep doing this. So I'm super hyped for you guys to see what she's been creating, because it's fucking dope, man. I know everybody says that I am like carrying the torch right now, but I promise you that I am only handing it over to her. It's just however long it takes for me to pass that off is I'm here for it. It's this John Wick of rap. I'm extraordinarily focused, dedicated individual. But yeah, I'm only there to hand it off, however long that takes. But trust me, I ain't gonna have to hold it much longer. The Fox. I wish I could play it right now, but I won't. I won't. Alright, so, yeah, I got nothing else to play right now. I don't feel like playing anything else. I was trying to get this blunt done by 12:33, so, if there's nothing else, I do have to go spend time with the wolf because I was playing golf all day. So, I appreciate everybody coming through for Beat Boutique. I hope that we were able to learn some things today, because I did drop some knowledge as an appreciation for you guys always coming through and the ones that support. Definitely threw some gems out there for you today. So if you didn't catch it, you can always go back and watch it. But, you know, keep making it sound dope. It's now Friday. I will be mixing that beat soon. I don't know if I'm going to do it tonight or not. Hoodie orders will be going out Monday, I believe. And I'm just waiting for some things besides the hoodies to get here. That's why I'm a little bit slow. Don't worry. And what else? Oh, March's Beat Battle is on. We are into March 12th already. So you got less than 20 days, about 2 weeks and some change, to finish crafting whatever it is that you're attempting to land on this album, and to win some merchandise and a whole bunch of stuff from me. Alright, so yeah, that's it. I appreciate all of you. RIPP 333, and keep making it sound dope.